One Piece chapter 1136 chapter review. Don't forget to like and subscribe, mess with my content. So in this chapter, it was more like a lore chapter, like while everything else was going on in the background, sort of. So the main parts of this chapter was that basically we learned while the Straw Hats are partying with the Giants, we learned like a couple things. We learned that many Giants aren't like the warriors and people like Dory and Broggy that we might think they are, because a lot of the Giants were surprised to see people like Jinbei, which is a fish man, and they were all like inspired and bemused by the Straw Hats. And basically, like, we see the old Big Giant, he was basically saying that basically a lot of people that come to Elbaf, they think the underworld of Elbaf, the place where Loki is at, is basically like what Elbaf is mainly is. And they don't really make it to the sunrise. And then we see that Rodo, the guy that basically kidnapped the Straw Hats at the beginning of the arc, we learned that from him that basically the main dream of all Giants at Elbaf is to basically be like the sun god Nika and rule the world. And then we get some lore about Nika from the old Big Giant, who basically explained that basically according to their ancient texts, the world was destroyed twice before in the past. And basically, in every instance, the sun god Nika's name was invoked. Like, they can't really decide whether Nika was the world's savior or the great destroyer who brought it crashing down. All they basically know for sure is that he heralds grace change. That's why the rulers of the day always tend to fear Nika's return. So we understand why people like the Gorosei and the world government fear Nika so much, because basically when he is like coming to the world is herald great change. It's like, oh, he's back, so this means that great change is going to happen, because that's what's basically happened twice before in the past. We don't know, like, I believe the two instances had to be when the world was destroyed was basically original Nika and basically the Joy Boy. And then we see Luffy like listen to all this, man. He's basically he tells him, like, the Big Giant tells him like he's a laughing god and all this other stuff, and he looks white and stuff like that. And then Luffy understands that this is the god that bought him. And then he said the sun god has become a symbol for someone hopeless, desperate, looking for salvation. And then Luffy says, man, like, he understands why, like, people would think he's him or something or similar. But he says, man, I'm pretty sure I have nothing to do with him. Like, this is basically Oda saying that Luffy's his own person. He's not no sun god. He's not literally no sun god, but he's his own person with his own dreams, with his own goals. The only thing similar is that basically they have the same power. And then later on, we see that the God's Knights, they finally found Loki. And basically, they asked Loki to join the God's Knights. But Loki refuses. Even with one of the God's Knights, I'm assuming her name is Gunko, she basically attacks one of the wolves that is Loki's friends and is about to kill him. And like, bro, are you go like either I kill him or you join us? And like and then Loki was like, bro, like, go ahead, bro. Like, I'll just let this anger fuel me when I reduce the world to rubble. So like, I feel as though this is sort of like the main difference between Loki and Luffy. Cause I don't think like Luffy would he would not allow his friend to die. He will do whatever he has to. And then we know that the Straw Hats, like, Luffy tells them his plans. And then they're on their way to Loki. So we're going to see a clash. Or Loki might not even be there when they get back. So who knows what might happen. And like that's basically most of what the chapter was about. Don't forget to like and subscribe, mess with my content. Well, anyway, fellas, enjoy out. Deuces till next time.